Alright, let's see how this thing works here. Just starting and finishing up a AQ fight. I'm on Acid Wash against a Red Skull. I've got Claire in the Poison phase. Trying to bait out a special here. And then once this guy's down, then we can get going with tonight's Super Serial Sunday night serial stream. Get some of those armors down. Speed things up a little bit. This dude far and away is the most annoying of the fights. Just because of all the armor ups he gets naturally, and then the node he's on too gives him even more additional armor ups. And Red Skull loves armor ups. Well, that's fun. Freaking apple, man. Because it's tough, because if you mess up an intercept, you get blocked, and that shield does so much freaking damage. Even on day one at this level, just so much damage. But it's tough, too, at the same point. Getting a Red Skull that just isn't being cooperative and throwing attacks. And it's parry curse, so I can't, parry him without suffering some unfortunate consequences after a while. But he's getting there. Still got a minute and change to go. Get another poison on him. Special 2, get rid of those armor ups. Hopefully bait out special 1. There we go. Get out of here there. There we go. Alright. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. It's Serial Stream, guys. We got Wheaties tonight. Can't go wrong with Wheaties. I love it. I love it. How are y'all? Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Super Serial Sunday Serial Stream. I'm Rob vonShoe, and tonight we're doing a little bit of everything. I was trying to, when I was setting up the stream here, I was trying to figure what would be fun to do tonight. I was like, well, because you got the side event, which I have most of Cavalier left to do. We've got the Rifts, which I've got all of week 2 to do. We've got Sigil Witch, and we've got Purgatory Champion testing to do, which we could do tonight. So let's try and just do a little bit of anything. If you guys have something in particular you guys want to see specifically, if it's character gameplay, just hang out with Rifts or whatever, I'm all for it. But first off, shout out on some Wheaties. Cheers, everybody. Good to have you. Let me just bring up the YouTube preview here. Guess an Apple quarter is going to be... It's moving quickly up the I need to get list, because this is unacceptable. But I want to say big howdy, big welcome to Peepee saying, what up, Rob? How's it going, Peepee? Welcome to Skull and Exhilarate. Rob Von Cereal. I love it. Shoeman. Wheaties, eh, says Peepee. I always liked the honey Wheaties. I've never had honey Wheaties. Sounds nummy. Put it on the bucket list. Big howdy to Taz as well. Good to see you all. How has your Sunday been? How's the week been? For those of you who I haven't gotten to say howdy to this week yet. Play around with the Ant-Man a little bit right here. Let's do that. Put down the phone for just a sec. Shoo shoo, no shoo. Love it. What up, Brian? Accelerates on Biohazard and Micro Reflect. That's fun. That's fun. Not really. Tobias says Shang-Chi is so good. Yes. Yes, he is. I just love that dude so much. Like, every time I wound up playing Shang-Chi, I'm just discovering something completely different. It's wonderful. Sorry, I'm just taking care of a little something quick here on the end. Does anybody know what the cutoffs were for arenas today? I wound up taking a leave on arenas this week. Like, I wound up getting like the 60 to 100, something like that. But I didn't wind up going for Purgatory. Did not wind up going for Daredevil. I got the 4 million points in a Daredevil arena just because it was easy this week with the 6-star thing being broken. So I took advantage of that. But more Purgatory, I was like, not so much. But depending on what the cutoffs were, round 1, I may wind up going for the 5-star version of Purgatory round 2. And then, hope for the best. Super Duper Boo. I don't think I'll ever enjoy Spider-Ham. Since the Gauntlet, I hated that fight with a passion. Yeah. See, that's... I see where you're coming from. I definitely see where you're coming from. But he's just so freaking useful. Like, everywhere. Like, anytime that there's any sort of power control anywhere, any place, he's just absolutely amazing. Because you don't need any sort of power for any of his abilities. And that's really the reason why I love him. Because all you gotta do is, like, do 2 or 3 medium combos. And the enemy just absolutely melts. There we go. $60 mil for 6-star and the 48 for the 5. No, Roderick. No, 60 mil for Purgatory. No, no way. There's no way she went for 60. There's no way she went that low. Like, I know there's very little hype behind her, but no, I don't believe that. It'd be wonderful if that's true, because that would mean I could have a reasonable chance of awakening her with no unit spend, and that's what I would be going for. I don't want to spend any units on any of that anytime soon. Sorry, a little bit of work stuff. Alright. Freaking Gord. Son of a mother. I don't have him as a 6-star or a 5-star, so I wouldn't know, but I might never get him to. No, he's getting added. He's already added into the basic pool. So at some point, especially with the more Nexuses and stuff that they wind up dishing out, you're going to wind up seeing him a lot more. But I can't speak highly enough about that guy. I love Spider-Ham. He is my favorite champion from 2020. He's the most fun from 2020, hands down. Auxiliary says 121. Okay, that's better. That sounds better. I'm not doing 121. I was gonna flip my lid if she went 60. Skull says the 6-star team looks so sick. I'm very blessed. I'm very, very blessed. Hey, what up, Dom? Domaday is popping in the chat. If you guys haven't checked it out, Dom posted a fantastic parody video, SpongeBob video about Sunspot on his channel the other day. Do give it a check out. It's priceless. It's exactly the kind of content that MCoC needs and deserves. Give him a check out. It's definitely worth it. Hope you're doing well tonight, Dom. How's everything? Hey, what up, Cat? Good to see you too. Cat Murdoch, everybody. If you've seen cool art from MCoC, odds are it's Cat's work. My hat's off to you, my friend. How's it going? How's everything? Welcome to the Serial Stream, everybody. Again, if you are just tuning in, I am Rob vonShoe. It's time for the Sunday night Serial Stream. It is far and away my favorite live stream of the week because not only do I get to chow down on a delicious cereal, something I haven't enjoyed since I was a kid in most cases, tonight being Wheaties. But of course, then I just get to chat and hang out with you guys to close out the week or start the week, depending on your point of view, if Sunday is the first or last day of the week. I actually got into a heated discussion with somebody about that not too terribly long ago, whether Sunday is the last day of the week or the first day of the week. I think what we wound up settling on is that, like, religiously, biblically, Sunday is the first day of the week, but like secularly, Sunday is the last day of the week. So it just depends on whichever way you swing. To me, Sunday is, I've always, even growing up in a religious house, we've always viewed Sunday as the last day of the week. But then again, at the same time, I've never really stopped to think about it until right now. It's like one of those weird shower thoughts, you know? Or like the meme where the dude's just about ready to go to sleep, and then the brain is like, yo, is Sunday the last day of the week or the first day of the week? And then he wakes up in cold sweats. That's me thinking about Sundays. My mind goes very random places. Get Gilly down and get some dot on her as well to... Or not. That's right. Stupid Gilly. Stop it. Gilly 99, annoying out of arenas, just like she is in arenas. Go away. Purgatory looks amazing. Shame she seems like a miss ability-wise. She's this close. She's this close, though. She just needs some sort of power control, I think. Whether it's... I think the easiest solution would be a synergy instead of buffing her main kit. But if she did have some sort of power control, I do believe that would wind up solving most of the problems. So now I look at it with one energy left. I'm gonna go jump in rifts for a second, I guess. I'm gonna be all over the place again. Again, guys, just to piggyback off of what I was saying earlier, if there's something that specifically you guys would like to see, test out a champion on a specific path, maybe play some Purgatory or Sigil Witch for kicks, any of that, just throw that into chat, because tonight I've got no agenda. I'm just playing randomly, little of this, little of that, and going from there. Brian says that answer to tonight's question for me is Pulp Fiction. I remember being a full theater when it came out. My sister, bro-in-law, and I were the only ones that laughed when Vincent shot Marvin. That's fun. Referring, of course, to the question of the night, which is over here on the left, which movie is better to watch at home than theaters? Because there are movies that are more fun to watch on the small screen. And some movies absolutely 100% deserve like the massive cinematic approach. Oh, good, Dom. Very good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Very much looking forward to that. Just for kicks, I just started doodling a little bit of fan art of that, actually. So I hope to finish it, and then when I do, then I'll tag you on it. But yeah, that's not hyperbole. That's exactly the kind of content I'd love to see from MCoC. Otherwise, doing well. 14 hours till I start the 7-2 Legends run. Best of luck. I'm still on the fence. I mean, I wish you the best of luck. Me personally, I'm on the fence if I'm going to do a Legends run. It ends on the 16th, so in 3 days. And I've just been so busy with real life that I've had no chance to study up on paths or whatnot. So I'd love to, because I would love that to try and get that 6-star Diaper Man. But I mean, there's still 2 more acts in Chapter 7. Kat says, I miss sugary cereals. Are you adverse to sugary cereals? Or is someone like the sugar cereal police come knocking on your door and issue a cereal restraining order? I was not aware of Super Duper Boo doing DBZ MCoC crossovers. This is the first time I'm hearing about that. Please, do tell me more. And if it's if you got like an Insta or something that I can check out, that we can check out. I love fan art. Oh, so a bit of news actually. I gotta check it out to make sure that it's not good. That it works on PC, but I saw through the Epic Game Store that they're offering 3 free months of Discord Nitro. Now in the store it said it was for Mac, and if it's on Mac I'm out of luck. But hopefully it works on PC too, because if I do get Discord Nitro, then that means that I can finally start using my emotes, my custom emotes in other Discord chats, which would be absolutely wonderful. I think really that's what it is. Like for the wee bit of YouTube income that comes in, and for the folks who are who have been very kind in super chatting, that's really I think what I want to wind up putting that to is a year subscription of Discord Nitro. Just to boost not only the official Rob Von server, shameless plug, link in the description below, but also for selfish personal reasons, using the custom emotes that you get by being a member of the Rob Von server. Shameless plug, link in the description below. In other servers too. Hey, what up, Fried Nuggets? And Tom Jobber saying, "Sup, Rob?" What up, Tom? Happy Sunday. Happy Serial Stream. I just saw A Quiet Place Part 2 in theaters, and it was amazing. That's good. I've been on the fence. I love the first one, but walking away from the first one, it to me was very much a movie that didn't need a sequel. So now that they've announced a sequel and they've done a sequel and now they're talking about a third one, I'm like, okay. I'll wait to hear reviews. I'm not like not want to see it, but we'll see. I'll get to it eventually. A movie that's better to watch in theaters is Mortal Kombat, because you get to watch your ouch. You get to watch your favorite characters, your favorite video game by yourself. There we go. I struggled to get through that one. Getting wrecked by Venom. Alright, there we go. That's why I love Spider-Ham. Any movie where I cry a lot is better to watch at home than in theaters, so no one sees me. Except Endgame, which is best in theaters, but also makes me cry. 6 times. 6 times is a very specific amount of times to cry. But, so I want to guess. So, spoilers for Endgame if you haven't seen a movie that's over a year old at this point. But, Funeral. I'm going to say Funeral and the, not the epilogue, but the Tony speech at the end. I count those as separate. Dude, Dom, thank you. Thank you very much. That's so kind of you. Thank you very much. Here's my petition for top sneaker. Thanks, bud. Thank you kindly. Oh, that's so cool. You're so kind. Thank you very much. I completely lost my train of thought. That completely derailed me. That's fantastic. I had 2. I forgot the 2. The Portals 3. Tony's fake dying in the beginning of the movie. 4. Black Widow, 5 maybe, and then Farmer Thanos getting whacked because all he wanted to do is just grow some tomatoes and vegetables. That's my guess for the 6. That's what got me, at least. I admit it. But before I get going on this, the cord spazzed out. I jinxed it. But let me get you up here on the wall of honor, Dom. That's so cool. Thank you so much, bud. Not that one. Where is it? There we go. I appreciate the top sneaker. That's cool. I'll need to remember that. Right now, I've been running with Spiffy Shoe Shine. But I almost like that better. Let's see if we push it. There we go. Pushed it live. Awesome. Wall of Honor. So cool. Thank you again. Brian says, I'm not sure why I get wrecked by the champion in the rifts this time around. Random path, of course. Does the champion have any nodes, or is it just champion? Because maybe the player, the champ, or the character that you use that does it, if he's like one of the, I don't know, best in the universe or whatever it's called. Or sometimes he may just have your number. I can't tell you how many times that sometimes an enemy I'm fighting just has me dialed in. Especially in arenas where parry is active, I just cannot get a hit in. They've got me dialed in. And that's very frustrating. But Godzilla v Kong was amazing. I loved it. It's my #1 favorite movie. I'm assuming you're being serious. I'm going to assume that you're being serious. I would imagine that's a movie that is better seen in theaters. Me personally, though, and it's just me personally, I would see it on a small screen, but Brian says, not gonna lie, I'm glad I watched that at home. You know what movie I'm always a sucker for? Like, I've seen this movie so many times, and Rudy always still gets me at the end. Rudy, Rudy, Rudy. When everybody's putting in their putting up their jerseys. I love it. Why? Oh, disorient. That would do it. Well, that's good, because then he gets pushed over to bar of power, which makes it a lot easier. Oh. To do that. Uh-oh. What was that? What was that? A little bit of delayed reaction in the animation there. Any Lord of the Ring movie because I like to be able to pause and go to the toilet and restock on snacks? Yes, for a second and third and 10th and 13th viewing. Yes. However, Lord of the Rings trilogy is one of those movie series I wish I could forget I ever saw so I could experience it again for the first time. Because even though those movies are pushing 20 years old, I'm still like a kid, wide-eyed, mouth agape, just like having the time of my life watching them again. It's very difficult for me to point out which of the three is my favorite. I would have to say probably Two Towers. But Fellowship, I think, is... It's so tough because it would be a lot easier to pick out favorite scenes, I think, than to try and pick a movie overall. Means a lot, man. I'm glad my daisy chain thoughts have inspired you. They have, bud. They have. Appreciate that. Dr. Doom says, how them shoes feel extra comfy. Extra comfy. I typically wind up running with a skate shoe of some sort. Vans have been my go-to for ages and ages, but I feel like I'm getting old because I'm like, last time I was at the store looking for a new pair of Vans, right? The store I was at, I just wasn't digging the styles. Plus, I'm old school. I really appreciate the old, like, high-ankle skate shoe that has a bit of padding for ankle support. But everything is either a canvas shoe now, which is fine for what it is, or it doesn't have the ankle support. So I was like, all right, well. And then for the lulz, I was like, hey, there's New Balance. I was like, New Balance. This is the old people's shoe. And then I put it on. I was like, oh, this is comfy. I think that says more about me and where I am in my life now than anything else. Fried Nugget says you should commentate crystal opening. I may wind up doing that once, just for kicks. Like that's really like Prof Hoff's bit. So I don't want to like step on his thing. Like if I wound up doing a damage comparison video, I'd be stepping on Kingslayer's toes, so to speak. Or I mean, there's other YouTubers out there too that like when a new champion comes out, they just like their video is just reading the kit verbatim, and that's fine. That works for them, but that's their thing. Not throwing shade at anybody, but it's true. There we go. Boo, you need Lefty Knox bladder powers. Does Lefty have bladder powers? That'd be a very interesting superpower if he did. Top Croc. That's fun. That's fun. Smelliest sneaker. Yeah, but that's more of a pejorative than anything. Free Nitro works for PC. Yes. I'm very excited about that. I'm so excited about that. I use way too many. Kat, you are a master of the emoji. Like, you've got emojis for like every occasion. I am always impressed. I don't think it's too much speaking out of turn to say, like, on the CCP server, whenever Kat posts like a new emoji, it's just always a treat seeing, like, of course Kat has an emoji for it. Or like somebody's like, nah, Kat's not gonna have an emoji for this, and then immediately, did I just get rinsed by Spider-Man? How did that happen? Someone's like, Kat's not gonna have an emoji for this, and then she's like, well, wait a moment. And just like proceeds to just like lay out this fantastic display of emoji prowess. Rule asking, I see this just jumping ahead a little bit. How do I get free Nitro? If you are a member of the Epic Games Store, they've got a promotion going on right now where you get 3 months of Discord Nitro for free on download. But it's only through the Epic Games Store, as far as I'm aware. It's a great great service. I was really skeptical about it at first, just with their privacy concerns, but they've, as far as I can tell, and reading up, and as far as all of us can tell, they've addressed those in the year and change, 2 years since they've been a business. So, yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. I'm going to be downloading that myself. Absolutely. Planning to watch the second one. I'm so glad I told my cousin to close their eyes because they get really scared, but that was when you watch Godzilla v. Kong. It was interesting. I almost would have preferred them not to show the monsters in Quiet Place, to just leave that a mystery. Because the premise and the suspense building up with it was fantastic, but, you know. Only time I cried in theaters was when Iron Man died. Yeah. I appreciate... Have you guys seen, like, the behind the scenes of that scene, like the stuff that they wound up cutting out? I appreciate that they did, because it was starting to get a wee bit bloated, I think. Like, it's a good nod to send off the character and to pay proper respect, but at the same time too, you don't want to go like over the top with adoration. You'll just start to feel a little out of place, I think. Not out of place, but just a bit much. And that's the last thing I think you would want the audience to be, is like, all right, cool, we get it. Also, by the way, Spider-Ham is amazing for any kind of champion that has any sort of power gain, because they would just wind up just KOing themselves like it's nobody's business. It's like, yeah, dude, just keep spamming specials. I love it. Hey, what up, Jacob? I'm slowly getting caught up through chat. Don't mind me. Each cry represents one infinity stone, hence 6 cries. I think that's it. I think that's it exactly. Who else loved the Iron Man v Thanos fight? It was fun. I mean, I gotta give it to Cap though. Cap was my MVP. And we're gonna watch Black Widow? I am. I'm not excited for it. So here's my thing with Black Widow. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Oh, that's a nice 12,000, solid. I'm looking forward to seeing it, but I've been looking forward to seeing it for over a year now. And each time they keep bumping out the date and they drop a new teaser trailer, it's like, cool, it's gonna come out, and then it doesn't. So then my hype like builds up and then drops off. And then it builds up again, and then it drops off. So I'm not excited to see it. It's just like, it suffers from the unfortunate bit where it's like, okay, just get on with it already. I'm sure it's gonna be wonderful. I'm sure it's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to it, but like I said, I mean, it'll be nice. I hope. My pleasure, Rob. A positive force in the community, and I appreciate your content a lot. That's very sweet. Thank you, Dom. Thank you. All right, so the Scott-daughter reunion. I wish they would have kept the actress. I understand why they recast the actress. I wish they would have kept the actress. Tony Peter reunion, Black Widow. Yeah, immediate post-Tony snap. Funeral scene, Portal and Avengers assemble. Yeah, all right. I was going to say, yeah, especially with the actor that they got to play Scott's daughter, right? She was what made that scene for me. I think that's why I'm as adamant about, no, let's keep the actress. Not that Paul Rudd's a bad actor, it's just that her reaction completely not only just sold the scene, but sold the interaction and the believability of it for me. All right, Nuggets, see you taking off there. Hope you have a most excellent rest of your night, and I'll catch you later. What do you think about my team for Gauntlet 100%, Rob? Rank 3 Mags, Archangel, I-Hulk, Rank 2, Gulk, Rank 1, and Falcon, Rank 2. I'm not familiar enough with Gulk and I-Hulk to be able to talk much on them. I'm assuming that those two are going to wind up being for some of the Mystic fights. So I'll pose the question back to you this way, Taz. Who do you plan to use for Mojo? Who do you plan to use for Sasquatch? And then I think Blade has been giving people, no, Blade was for AQ. It was Nick, I think, is one of the other big ones. Gulk, I'm assuming you're using for Terrax. Peep says when Uncle Ben gets KO'd. I swear, if they do one more Uncle Ben gets whacked scene, I think I'll just do the Simpsons meme where I just like stand up and point and go, ha ha. Like, poor dude just can't catch a break. How many times does that guy have to bite it before it's like, all right, we get it. It's like same with Bruce Wayne's parents. It's like, we get it. Supersonic says, sup, my shoe? Happy Sunday. Soon to be Monday. Indeed. Good to see you, Supersonic. How's everything? Tom says, happens to me a lot via Mephisto. It's super annoying. He's just one of those champs. It's just, you can get into a rhythm, you can kind of get them figured out, but every now and again it just winds up throwing you a curveball, and that just fun times. Two Towers was the best, says Brian. Best music in my opinion. So in one of Howard Shore's many interviews about penning the score for the trilogy, is that with each successive iteration of it, you know, when the Fellowship first joins up, and then it's, you know, it's the Fellowship fanfare, and then they split up, so then it's not quite as majestic. You lose a couple of instruments just because the party's not together, and then at the end, once the Fellowship or the remaining members of the Fellowship are rejoined, then that's when you have the full swell score of, you know, Lord of the Rings, right? And it's great. I love the final version, the complete version. But for me, I think the more reserved iterations of it in Two Towers were my personal favorite. And then the Rohan suite is fantastic. I think the music when they were in Amonhen in Fellowship I is my personal favorite. I'd say from Fellowship. But it's weird because like before those movies came out, and then like in the few years succeeding when those movies came out, like it's like these are fun movies, but then there's like, you know, movies like the classics like Ben-Hur and stuff like that, like the Casablanca, and it's like these big like staples of cinema. But like now that like a couple decades have gone by for Lord of the Rings, it's like, dang man, that was one of those. Where it's like this huge, massive cinematic achievement in virtually everything it does. Like when Return of the King went to the Oscars, like they practically swept the Oscars. Not just like a category, like the Oscars. You know? It just absolutely just cleaned house. And well deservedly too. I mean, like everything about the film and the trilogy was just top notch, and it just all clicked too. So it'll be very interesting to see what Amazon does with it, because right now the most recent piece of Lord of the Rings anything is the awful Hobbit trilogy. And if it's more Hobbit than Lord of the Rings, then we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Look, Rob, hear me out. The reason I like Godzilla becoming more than Avengers Endgame is because we finally got to watch a big lizard fight a big monkey. This is true. That was not in Endgame. So, I mean, automatically, that's just major win. Sonic's never seen Lord of the Rings before. You guys make it sound like a feast for the eyes and ears. I might take a look. It is. Like, it's aged fairly well. Some of the CG, especially in Return of the King, has not aged very well. It is very early 2000s for the Oliphants especially. But because they did so much of it practically, with either between miniatures or just like ridiculous costuming for the orcs and the Uruk-hai and the Rohirrim and whatnot, it sells it. And that's one of the reasons why Lord of the Rings works and Hobbit doesn't, is because Hobbit is just one big CG computer gobbledygook, where it's basically a video game instead of a movie. But yeah, I mean, I could just listen to the score a la carte anytime. I do. That's not just hyperbole. I actually do that. Yeah, let's do this. Sorry guys, I'm still getting caught up on chat. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. On a completely side note, just going up against Punisher 99 here, I'm pretty sure I'm taking my 6-star Punisher 99 to rank 2. I've got a tech rank 1 to 2 gem. And I kind of want to do it, just because he's fun. And he's silly, and he's the closest thing to a stun lock that we've got currently still. So we'll see. Gotta give it to Return of the King for the favorite, but they're all bangers. Yeah. And that's the thing too, I mean, like, anybody can say any of the three are their favorite, and I'll be like, yeah, I agree with that. I agree. New Balance are comfy. They are comfy. It's just the design I'm not the biggest fan of. Rocky says, is Sigil Witch any good? She's good for synergies. I'll give her that. Sigil Witch is pretty good for synergies. Oh. I didn't realize how little health I have. But the fact that she can proc unblockable on her opponent at just about any time makes her very dangerous to use. Just because there isn't any way to remove the unblockable off of the opponent until it expires. And if like it triggers mid-special, you're in trouble. Oh, disorient. Always disorient. Oh. Whoops. How about champion guides, or is that unofficial Kabam Mike's thing? I do a variation of that, and I haven't done one for a while, and I really want to do that again. It's like a too long didn't read version. So I wound up doing, the most recent one was with Silver Centurion, just simply titled, Is Silver Centurion Good? How to Play, right? Where it's like a 4-minute video just going over the basic rotation you need to know for him, just without getting too far into the weeds. Like the basic rotation you need to know for him, and if he's worth bringing. Everyone winds up doing their thing. I kind of hope to make the too long didn't read formula my thing. But we'll see. Just pulled another worthless 5-star Hawkeye. My roster is so good now. I mean, Hawkeye's got good power control. I'll give him that. But I mean, that's about it currently. If you run Black Widow, or White Widow, I mean. Stupid disorient. If you got a White Widow, you can KO your Hawkeye, and White Widow gets a huge benefit that way. Some of those porker poppers going. Like, the easy solution to this is just to bring Void or Torch, but I'm lazy. I already got these guys selected. Robbie, you need to do a new Elsa series. I know, hard sell, right? Why I like Elsa 2021 edition. Just put one out every week, even if it's like 1-minute video. That would actually be fun, because I wound up doing an Elsa Bloodstone Appreciation Week, but that was a year ago, and she's come out with some new gameplay angles as well as a couple new synergies too, so that's actually a good idea. More 6 stones. Yeah, I'm gonna miss young Cassie for sure. She was so great. Yeah. Well, I mean, the kid actress, for sure. But like in Endgame, they got a new actress for adult or teenage Cassie, I guess. But then they're recasting her for, I think she's either gonna make an appearance. Oh no, for the Hawkeye series. And the only reason for that, I think, is because they wanted someone who looked younger, I guess, than the original teen Cassie was, just to match with the rest of the cast for. I think they're going for what, young Avengers, something like that. All right, so get the slow on there, just in case he goes grumpy mode. There we go. No unstoppable for you, my dude. A friend used Ring 3 Hulk in there to good effect. I'm not sure which fights he used him on, though. I gotta get in on the Hulk hype train. Like, I've seen him mostly used in either, mostly in, like, Seaton streams, right? But I just haven't, like, taken the plunge myself yet. We got a 6-star Ring 3 Immortal Hulk in the Gauntlet. Hulk works well for Thanos, Doom, Mojo, I-Bomb. Punched in the face. Brilliant. But that's when it comes to mind. Also Dragon Man, but depends on the AI. That Ring 3 Spider-Ham, says Skull. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I took this dude up unawakened. I play him every single day. Honestly, like, since I took Spider-Ham up to Ring 3, I almost play Spider-Ham more than Elsa at this point. I still like Elsa better, but... No, that's not true. I play them the same. I play them the same. It's just so fun. It's just such delightful spam. Cheers, all. Finally finished my Gauntlet planning infographic. I'm looking forward to it. Rumbly says, sorry I'm late. Hey, Rob. Hey, no worries at all. What up, Rumbly? Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Super Sunday Super Serial Sunday Serial stream. Can't even say my own show right. Kind of just demonstrates how my Sunday's been going. I kind of almost want to do a little bit of Punisher testing. Like, more so than Purgatory or Sigil Witch. I kind of want to just play a round of Punisher and just get a stun lock going just for kicks. See how long I can keep it going. I love Elsa, says Brian. Only have her as a 5-star Ring 4, but she's so fun to play. Everything about Elsa is fantastic. And Judah says, how's it going? What up, Judah? Good to see you, bud. Happy Sunday. I've got a 6-star Unawakened Elsa, but I don't play her too often, but I like her in the new skill Cav quest. She melts. She absolutely melts. Thing is, though, she's dominated in all the different skill quests, because, like, before, I mean, she shrugs off the non-damaging debuffs, which is fantastic, but it's really easy to prevent evades with her cold snap, with a little bit of a clever gameplay. Easy for you to say. Super Sunday. That's what it is. It's the Super Cereal, like from South Park. Super Cereal, like from Al Gore. Sunday Cereal stream. just don't ask me to say it 10 times fast because it won't go well. Dex out of that. Come on, dude. Special me. Well, it's too late now. Just gonna go for it. Beautiful. Makes sense. And hey, Rob. Hey there, hi there. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. For everybody who is just tuning in, it's the top of the hour, so bear with me for just a moment for the shameless plug number 1 of the stream here. If you're just tuning in, a pleasure to have you here. I am Rob vonShoe. If this is the first time we get to hang out, Sigs again. Welcome to the Super Cereal Sunday Cereal stream. Chowing down on some delicious Wheaties here tonight. This is the first time I've had Wheaties in a good long while, and I'm enjoying them quite much. Please do kindly consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, the usual YouTube shtick. Helps the channel grow. I do very much appreciate it, but obviously no pressure one way or the other. Come on, dude. Special me. Oh. I forgot for a split second. What his special 2 was. And then he was going back, going like, I'm a fire in my laser. I'm like, oh, that's right. I done goofed. Judah says, plug time. Absolutely. Never back down from a shameless plug. How did I block that unblockable attack? Oh, there we go. Oh. See if I can do it without him firing it off. Hey! Cheers, cat! Much appreciated. Many thanks. Rarith says, yo! Well, yo, back at ya. Good to have you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the festivities. Do I put sugar in my Wheaties? I don't. I'm one of those weird guys that just enjoys Wheaties straight up. Like, periodically put it in some milk, but I mean, even though I'm eating it out of a cup tonight, that's usually pretty par for the course. Just something nummy to eat a la carte. But I have heard of people that do put sugar in Wheaties, and then there are honey Wheaties, which was news to me a little bit earlier today. But sounds nummy. I'm just looking forward to when I get to the 52nd edition of the cereal stream, where I'd have been doing this for a year and with 52 different cereals, because you bet I'm going to be doing a tier list of cereals, including most of the main staples, but then I'll pick up a couple of the random seasonal one-off stuff too, like the Baby Yoda cereal and whatnot. She just says, man, I wish I had Shang-Chi. He's coming back around. He's going to be in the 5-star and 6-star featured crystals here coming up. And then basic arena in a few months. Subbed on my other account, but may as well do it twice. Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, Kat. I very much do. If you got Hercules as a 6-star, would you take in the rank 3? Based strictly on the videos that that Dave and MCoC have been putting out, yes, I probably would. Because he's looking straight up like the 2021 version of Corvus. It really just depends on what you have to do for those 12 different labors to give you 12 different boosts, and then what specifically each of those boosts do. But if I got a 6-star, if I had the rank of materials, then yeah, I probably would. It just... I will say this though, I want to take Angela up to rank 3 first. After Angela's rank 3, then yeah, I will happily consider anybody else. Herc especially, but Angela's going rank 3 first. She's gotten pushed out of the way a couple of times, and that I'm not happy with that. I'm happy with that because I like the rank ups, but I'm not happy with that because I've wanted to take Angela up to rank 3 for as soon as I got her. What are my thoughts on Gulk? I think he's starting to show his age a little bit, but I think he's still also the very easiest the degen damage counter in the game. Like Spider-Ham here does degen resistance better, and Mr. Negative does it better, but he does it far and away easier, which at the end of the day, I think easier trumps better in most cases. Because it's just one less thing that you got to keep track of, you know? Oh. Plus, Spider-Ham, just tooting Spider-Ham's hype train horn a little bit. Spider-Ham gets like nifty evades like that when it just comes through clutch in unpleasant, uncomfortable situations. You should do sugary cereals versus non-sugary. Like, which ones are... I'm trying to think of the spin on that. Like, which ones taste better, or which ones are more, like, successful overall as cereals? Hercules' sig ability should be called Medea's Might. That's fun. I hope they have fun with Hercules. I really do. I really hope that they have fun with him. Because there's so many different iterations played by so many different people. And then, of course, then that's like all the different Disney spin-offs and stuff, too. Oh, that was 7 already. Okay. No, I said I wanted to do a quick Punisher playtest. Just to spam a little bit. And to do that, let's see if I can get some fun synergies going too. I mean, the dude has some pretty solid synergies. Like, seriously, the dude has synergies with like so many different god tier champions. I'm trying to think too. Let's throw White Mags in there because he's metal. And then actually, because of the Space Ghost synergy giving me a Fury on heavies, I can Norseman, I can Worthy him. And get even more bang for my buck. Okay, this could be fun. Dash says, yo, what up, Dash? Welcome to this serial stream. How's it going, bud? Dan says, I've got a crazy day today. I love crazy days. 500 5-star shards away from another 5-star, so did 100% chapter 1 uncollected. Wanted to do dual class crystal for Warlock, but I thought, what are the odds? So I went basic. Put in the real, went to go to get a drink, came back to a 5-star Warlock. I was speechless. I was just like, no way did that just happen. That is very, very lucky. Congrats on that Warlock, bud. Alright, so let's go ham on some of these pre-fights. It's really the Thrud stock, the aptitude one that I'm interested in, but since I'm throwing stuff on all up there at once, may as well. He's got a new phone, never played MCoC on a phone, but man, oh man, is it nice. Yeah, I've tried playing on iPad a couple of times. I just can't. I wonder if those Furies stack. They do not. Whoops. And as is the downside about White Magneto's stun is that you get that horrible, huge bounce off it for no reason. That's right, it's the second hit that stuns. So I gotta wait for my battery to deplete so then it can build up again. Sure doesn't feel like... There we go. Let's boost this up a little bit. He does not benefit from damage masteries, let me tell you that. Recoil is awful. So let's burn off some of the battery charge. Battery charge. Poop. Okay, so pro tip. Don't bring White Magneto. That hurts so much more than it helps. This should recharge the battery straight up, I think. So the idea here is I want to see if I can heavy chain enough times to build up to a special 3. I guess not. Because then the idea there too is that the first time he gets pushed to a special 3, Punisher can power lock and drain a bit of that power, which is pretty useful. And that's enough of that. I gotta work on that some more. Would be cool if the Overseer had a cool synergy with Hercules since he indirectly killed Hercules in the comics. That would be fun. That would be fun. But what cereal has stayed consistently good throughout the years? Rice Krispies, I think. I'd say Rice Krispies probably. To be honest, the test gameplay vid that came out With Hercule looking like a god tier character. Yeah, it also looks like there's a lot of different things going on. Like some of that gameplay I think is based on synergies. Just based off of what some people were saying. Obviously not that there's anything wrong with that, but that isn't all, I think, just straight out of the box gameplay either. Got a dip. Better show my boy Sentinel some love. There you go. All right, boo. Take care, bud. Have a good one. Rather wait to actually see the Hercules gameplay. I don't get why Kabam would mess up a voted champ, but even Airwalker can throw some crazy numbers at Ring 3 and ramped. Yeah, that's the thing too. Yeah, see a more balanced and nuanced approach, like what a 5-star Ring 4 could do. I think that's a much more accurate test for gameplay. Arian says, if Stark Spider-Man is in the next featured, I will be wailing for him. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Alright, so what should we do next, guys? What should we do next? We should probably get to that side event arena. Like, I've done nothing with it. Not super excited about it, but at the same time, it needs to get done. This one. Because it's like crazy, the last milestone. 500,000, but with 4 stars. Yeah. Probably burn some boost on them. I think I've got enough. I think I have enough. Let's do this for a little bit, and then see what we're doing after a short while. But what do you guys think? My goal, or my hope, I should say, for Herc is that they wind up doing like they've been doing with some of these other champions, is that they just give everybody at least a 3-star version. It being the community champion and all that, it would make sense, right, that everybody gets a chance to play the champion that won the community vote. Then again, this year with the 6-star arena being the new thing, getting a 3-star in arenas is much more attainable, I think, than it was before. Just finished that arena, did it in 20 rounds. Well, 20 rounds isn't too bad. May as well just start in on it at least. And then probably open up one of the side event crystals. Hope for the best. Not holding my breath, just hoping for the best is all. Still think he's a special intercepting style champion too, like Black Panther, so I'm curious, but I'm not excited about the design. Oh, I'm quite the opposite. I'm quite the opposite. I am very interested. If it's an intercept style design, I am all for it. Frankly, that's why I wound up voting for him in the first place, even though we got like nothing to go off of as to what they'd actually do. But that one line in the teaser, that he's a skill-based cosmic champion, that it rewards skilled gameplay, and to me, and what I personally enjoy out of the game, you know, being a fan of Tiger and champs like that, yeah, I'm all for it. And then, you know, go from there and see how it actually winds up, how he winds up handling. Also, just got a spark of inspiration for a Purgatory song. Go on. You can't just throw out a teaser like that and then just leave us hanging. Me and my uninspired nonsense would be playing the name game with Purgatory. But I reckon I'd probably wind up getting all kinds of tongue-tied. Who'll be my first rank 4 6-star? Elsa Bloodstone. She's already SIG 160, so her prestige is going to be pretty decent. I mean, Doom, I think, is the safe choice for most people, I think. But at the same time, too, I really, really, really want to see what a rank 4 Elsa's degen can do to an opponent. Because I usually wind up running damage mastery, so I can hardly imagine what that level Elsa would do with the degen. Like, to the point where she could just stand there at the start of an arena fight, do nothing, and still win. That's what I'm really hoping for. Maybe a bit unbalanced, but it'd be so fun. It's Pergalicious. I gotcha. I see where you're coming from now. Not an intercepting style champ. Like, you need to intercept the opponent with your special 2, which, to me, is a disadvantage, but only time will tell. It's a slight different way to play the champ. But like if you do a dex back immediately into a special 2, then that I figure is probably how it's going to wind up playing out. Go away, Hawkeye. Silly goose. Your class advantage and shenanigans. Finally completed the gauntlet. Congrats. Who'd you wind up pulling? Or if you did open up your crystals, who'd you get? But yeah, anybody who finishes that gauntlet has my respect. It's a gauntlet. It's a gauntlet. I will certainly agree that it's some of the best content that they put out, reward to work ratio wise. Because I would love to spend 2, 3, 5 hours in my case on a single piece of content and get that kind of prize pool. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Pulled a Surfer Awakening from the Nexus. Nice. The featured 6-star got a SIG 40 white mags. It's alright. From a normal 6-star basic got a red mags. It's balanced. As all things should be. Now we got Dupe, Sunspot, Surfer, and Stealthy. Prestige, I won't worry for a few days, I know. Yeah. That's putting it lightly. Excuse me. Aaron says, hey, I love to play Elsa, but I have her as a 5-star. Yeah, there you go. I mean, any which way, however it winds up breaking down. However you have the champion or, you know, however she's ranked up. Super fun to play. Super smooth to play. And still, I believe, very underrated. Double dupe on Wagnito, or the Wagnito, is an oof. But Red Mags and Surfer Awakening is awesome. Just took my Mags to rank 3. He is awesome. That's just so awesome. I can't not call White Mags Wagnito anymore. Like Wario is to Mario what Wagnito is to Magneto. That's how I look at it. Wah, wah. How far do you think the rewards would go in Act 7? I think at 100% Act 7 completion, you're probably going to wind up getting 1 full Tier 3 Alpha, 1 full Tier 6 Basic at the very least. Possibly a generic 6-star Awakening gem, just because they haven't really done that yet. And if 7 stars are a thing. Although for me, classic yellow and purple Wario is the definitive Wario. I know his Wario Maker attire is pretty popular too, but nah, hands down, it's the yellow and purple. Slap Phoenix around a little bit. Come on, my dude. There we go. Take a quick cereal break. Trying to avoid too much of that cereal ASMR. But, you know, gonna be what's gonna be. Also, randomly, for you guys out there on your end of the YouTube, just doing a quick sound QA. I'm assuming that my voice audio is coming through okay, but it's the music, the background game music, that I'm curious about. Can you guys hear the game music? And is it a decent level? I can test it on my end, but it sounds different on playback, which is why I ask. 7 stars when we don't even have rank 4 or 6s? Yeah. Yeah. Because my guess is that a 7-star, when it does wind up coming out, is going to be at least equal to a 6-star rank 3. Maybe 4, but probably 3. Plus, they can only keep boosting the 6-star enemies we fight so much before it gets ridiculous. You see that interesting sketch with Elon Musk on SNL? I did. Interesting is a very appropriate word for it. So let's throw a couple of these rando boosts on them. Just for kicks. Just because they're maxed. And because they're very easy to pull. Levels are A-OK on my end. Nice. James says, "Sup, Shoeman?" And Shoeman's chat. What's the cereal of choice? Tonight is Wheaties. It's part of this balanced breakfast. It's pretty good. I haven't had Wheaties since like Kobe days when Kobe was on the box. So it's been a minute. But it's good. It's good. I haven't spruced it up with anything like, you know, milk or sugar or any of the other usual fixings, but just like a la carte, yeah, it's pretty good. It's nice to wash it down with a beverage of choice. Just dry my mouth out a little bit, but yeah, it's not bad. How are you doing this fine evening, if you don't mind my asking? How's it going? How's the week been? And for all you guys out there, what do you guys got going on this next week? I figure I may wind up asking on tomorrow's stream as well, but while I got all you guys here, figure I ask for curiosity's sake. Actually, what do I care about auto block? I've got my shield. If she winds up auto blocking me, then I'll just ruin her. Also think Thronebreaker difficulty should come before 7 stars as well. That ain't happening anytime soon, Thronebreaker difficulty. They just barely introduced Cav. Thronebreaker probably isn't for like another year and change out, just based off of current trends. Not that I don't think we aren't ready for it. Just based off of their own progression schedule, that's what it's been so far. I'm good. How's yours? It's all right. I wound up biting off. Yeah, that's what I did. I bit it off. Bit off more than I could chew, I think, work-wise. So I've been running around doing a whole bunch of different things, just keeping super busy. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's been pretty good. No serious complaints or anything like that. So you gotta watch out for Mystic. Mystic's getting modestly low. I'm only using boost right now because they usually wind up expiring. Otherwise, I very seldom, if ever, use the 4-star boosts anymore. Bit of a shame, but that's how it goes. Throw that, throw that. But this week upcoming, I think is going to be really going to be a banger, I think. I'm excited for a lot of different things. You got a lot of different projects that should be either starting and or wrapping up this week, which should free up a little bit of time too for just living life. That I think has been my biggest shortfall here the last couple months. Just getting so wrapped up in various different projects that I'm not like living. When's the next variant, by the way? Maybe in the next couple months? As far as I've heard, a fall, actually, I think, is what it was. Someone, if you got a chance, check it out, because I do believe that they said something in the last Dev Diary update when the next variant's going to be, but I don't think it's going to be for a while still. I think we got a little ways to go. Because the newest one is still fairly new. Overseer bundles should be coming out on Tuesday, if not Thursday. I can neither confirm nor deny anything. But historically, you are correct. Historically speaking, of course. That having been said, I'm not going to be going for it this time around. It's good. It's good. Overseer looks like he's going to be a fun champion, but I'm saving my units for 4th of July. That one's going to be the doozy. October, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that sounds plausible. Summer, fall is all I remember, so I mean that sounds about right. Now the biggest question, and I think what I'm most excited for, is who next week's featured champion is going to wind up being. Because we could have easily speculated that they would have one round of the buff rework champs, right? And then there's 2 brand new champions, but then that third week, the middle of the week champ, is always a crapshoot. And supposedly, rumor has it, Cabana wants to introduce spicy champs just with the new 6-star champion arena. They want to keep introducing spicy champions to fill said 6-star featured arena. So what that means, I don't know what their definition of spicy is. I don't know that either. Time will tell. But hopefully. I say that as I tell myself, save for 4th of July. Save for 4th of July. Be strong. Yeah, but it's 1,000 free shards. And boosts. Besides, Dom, just because I'm going to play devil's advocate, by that point, you're going to need to refill all those 30% boosts, right? So, I mean, that's going to be helpful. If you do decide to go that route. A terrible influence, I know. Thinking either Morningstar or Gilly 99. That would be fun. I mean, Gilly 99 makes the most sense. I would personally prefer to see Morningstar. I think she's a more fun champion than Gilly 99. But it could be. It could be Gilly 99. From a purely selfish point of view, I hope not, because I already have her as both a 5 and a 6-star. But that would be a nice little off week break for me if it is that way. What up, King J? Popping in saying, "Sup, Rob?" Well, howdy, howdy. How's it going, bud? Is there an angel's advocate, Rob, that can be on my other shoulder? Perhaps. I mean, that's the one that's be telling you what you already know. It's like 4th of July is just right around the corner. You got to save up for that. And you never know what kind of also random offers that they're going to wind up coming up with that actually are really fun, really spicy too. So they do like to throw a curveball out of the blue. It's like, hey, do you want 10 generic Sig Stones for like $10? Which by this game standard is an absolute steal. For the price of one featured cav, you can get 10 SIGs on whichever, or 5 SIGs on whichever 6-star champion you want. I hit Act 725. Nice. I have done none of Act 7.2 yet, so I would not be able to speak from experience, but wish you the best of luck. Oh, game's about to crash, guys. Let's see if it crashes after I get these champs locked in, because then the boosts are locked in, and that's the important thing. And then restart the game. Cool. Locked in. And refresh. It's almost like it's just like wiping the RAM. Cheers. Yeah, you could get that 4 times. You could get a full dupe on whoever you want. And that was the beautiful part of it. Get this. Get this. Yeah. 4 times. Oh, nice. 1,000. Nice. That's cool. Get some of the loot here. The ISO store resets tomorrow, doesn't it? So bear with me for a second. I'm just going to check that out to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Not doing the featured. Gotta save all the 5 stars that I can. Yeah, looks about right. Saving for that 6-star. Not because I think Sigil Witch is going to be a fantastic champion. It's just extra arena fodder, basically. How do I have the content creator beta? Oh, how do I have it? It's because I'm in the content creator program. Once you've been accepted into the CCP program, then you're automatically granted access to the CCP beta to just test out new champions and a whole host of other cool odds and ends. But word is that they've been very slow to respond on new CCP applicant requests, which is a shame. And news to me. I'm advocating that they get back on that as soon as they can. So we'll have to see how that plays out. How do I play? You need to... They've got a page on the forum, so if you just like do a Google search for Contest of Champions content creator program, it should take you to that page. You got to have X amount of hours of view time on your YouTube channel. You've got to have, I think it's X amount of subscribers. No, X amount of hours, X amount of subscribers maybe, and then have like I think like 75% of your content be MCoC related, something like that. And then apply, basically just saying like why you want to be part of the CCP program. And then submit, and if they like it, or if there's an opening, mostly, then you can get in. It's mostly a YouTube thing, but not entirely. Kat, who was in here a little bit earlier, she does a lot of fantastic fan art of the game, and I suspect that's that was her golden ticket. But that is why they call it the content creator program. It's not specifically YouTube. Like if you had a Twitch channel that did the exact same thing, that would be sufficient. It's just, I'm gonna go to the cord again. All it is just producing content related to the game in a positive light. So like you can't go around bad mouthing Kabam, Netmarble, or Marvel. That wouldn't work out super great for you. And you can't go around like calling other people names, because that reflects poorly on the company, the parent company, and well, then everybody's unhappy. I've had a strange thing where whenever I try to go to the store tab, it'll freeze my game unless I go to it from the home screen. That is very strange. What device are you running on? Dr. Doom says, hey Rob, have you played the arcade MCoC game? If you have, what are your thoughts on it? I haven't. I haven't played it yet. I haven't been to a Dave & Buster's in ages. I suspect it's the exact same gameplay style, just with a joystick and a couple of buttons. And frankly, I would almost say that I prefer that joystick and buttons to this. But well, no, I take that back. I would prefer the joystick to swipes on the left side, but I think I'd prefer the screen tap here on the glass to buttons. If it was my own console, I think I'd prefer the buttons, but because it's like a, you know, wherever you go, everybody plays, right? The buttons usually get to be a bit unresponsive, so you got to freaking button mash like crazy, and my joints are way too messed up for that. John Wesley Thomas says, hey, what up? What up, John? Good to see you, bud. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Serial Stream. I am doing most excellent. Hanging in there, punching some dudes here in the face, having a good time, and chowing down on some Wheaties. How are you doing? Coop played it. Didn't look that good. I think it's going to be basic. I think it's going to be also, you know, limited in terms of the roster you can use. But otherwise, as far as I can tell, it's the same. Listen, if you get Nick Fury as the card, never keep him on the team. Interesting. Why's that? Almost uncollected? Nice. It's going to be here before you know it. I wish you the best of luck. Do a little spinny there with Archangel. Have a good time. And should be pretty close. The boosts there have been most useful. Not sure if I need to do one more or two more. One more, I think, by the look of it. Which is good. Making really good progress on all this. Man Falcon says, where can I get some of those Wheaties? If they make me dunk like LeBron, I'll take 50 boxes. I mean, that's how it works, right? LeBron just had a bunch of Wheaties boxes with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on there, and just gained some of his essence, his powers. So if you want powers like LeBron, then there you go. You gotta go to the, you gotta special request it. It's a mail order thing. It's a little freaky how it works out, but I mean, the clinical tests have been coming back with fantastic results, and you know, the numbers don't lie. Then this might do it. This might do it. Which would be nice, getting through this whole thing without getting out of the Thanos team department. One could hope. No punchy punch. Little kicky kick. And the lasers. Nice. How we doing? How we doing? There we go. We got it. We got it. Rob, what do you think of the offer would be for the Odin bundle on 4th of July for Cav players? For Cav players? A 6-star Nexus. And then either a decent-sized Tier 5 class selector and or a full Tier 5 basic for Cavalier. For Thronebreakers, I reckon we're going to see, I'm hoping, also 6-star Nexus, but then with a some of the rank 4 materials. I'm hoping. Cool, so that is that arena in the bag already. Thank goodness for those boosts. Bunch of loot. Get that before it expires. Get all this stuff before it expires. Get that. Get that. But that, I mean, that's just speculation, King J. That's just entirely speculation. I've really got no idea. I would think that would be pretty good. I would like to see that, and certainly hope that they would make up for kind of shafting the Cav players in years past. But so we'll have to see. Pretty sure that's my path. I'm gonna need a. Actually, I've got Discord up. I don't have Discord up. I'm almost 50% to forming a mutant. Hey, you're getting there. Yeah, it's vigor. Okay. I'm okay with that. Vigor is easy enough. C. Cool. I freaking triple check everything now. It's happened to me once where I checked, but I didn't double check, and wound up biting me in the butt. So I gotta be careful with vigor here with X23, unless it's the intercept week. If it's the intercept week, it is not the intercept week. That is unfortunate. That slows things down considerably. We wind up needing to do the timeout trick, perhaps. Unless she plays ball. There we go, that helps. She is playing ball. That's very helpful. Come on. Come on. Now you're being a pain in the butt. See, I say something nice about you, and then everything goes to heck in the handbasket. Worked out, though. Spring cleaning was pretty good for Cav players. Yeah, I'd say it's definitely it was an improvement. I'll give them that. It was certainly an improvement. from the Odin, they might give Cav players either 15 or 20% selector. God, I hope so. I don't see Command giving us a 25%. I don't either, but, you know, it remains to be seen. Like, these big event, like, once-a-year events have been getting more and more generous. Or at least seemingly more and more generous. So I wouldn't put it with, like, completely out of the realm of possibility. But perhaps. Perhaps. I'll just get this node down so everybody can keep going overnight. I'm so thankful that they've taken nodes down in AQ. It just speeds up this whole quest so much. And in such a great positive way. Just always being on the timer, always being on the clock for needing to check in so you can do like 2 fights before getting stuck at another node. It was just so tedious. Got that. Alrighty, guys. Let me put my phone down and see if it freaks out. Good. Let's go do a thing. It's getting to be about that time of night. Unfortunately. Let's go see who's streaming. See if we can't get a raid going too. Obviously, I know BG is streaming too. Always appreciate saying hey to BG, but I also like mixing it up a little bit too. I mean, it doesn't look like it. Unless you when you guys know of somebody who is who's streaming that I'm missing besides a BG, we can go say howdy all the same. But before we do that, I want to go open up a crystal. I'm going to be opening up one of the event crystals, which is always super exciting. I did not pull anything super great out of last month's stuff. I think I got like a A5 star, maybe 2. Nothing great. You have a very small chance for a 6 star. About 4% chance. Bunch of good champions in there. I don't think there's anybody exclusive. Well, 5-star fix it, but that's... I already got him. As far as exclusive champs go, and no 6-star magic because that would just break the game. But if you guys want to guess who's going to pop out of the crystal, throw that in chat. You can all get imaginary brownie points if you get it right. Please do consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel. I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow night on Monday. Not sure what I'm going to be doing. Anything that's not a 3-star is going to be a win out of this, so fingers crossed. I'm going to throw the link to BG's stream in chat under hashtag RobVonRaid. I'm going to go say howdy for just a quick sec. Hope to see you guys over there. And as this is spinning out, I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been the Sunday installment of the Super Serial Sunday Serial stream. Always appreciate hanging out with you guys. It's always a lot of fun. Tonight's monthly crystal is going to be hot steaming garbage. Hot steaming garbage. Do one more for kicks and that's it. Last month's crystals were good to me. Pulled an Awakened 5-star OG Black Widow. Nice. I was hoping for a Daredevil Classic. I did not get Daredevil Classic. Just give this a quick tap. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch y'all next time. I'm vonShoe. That is also steaming garbage. I'm done. I'm getting out of here. We'll catch y'all in the next video. Take care, everybody. But real quick, howdy to Arnold's. He just popped in to say good morning. Hi, Arnold's. Take care, Arnold's. Good to see you, bud. So long, everybody.